If you're looking to get ahead of some of the rising trends on YouTube, then look no further. In today's video, I'm going to be diving into some of the top trends on YouTube from the past month so that you guys can get ahead of the trends and use them to grow your channel. Now, if you're new here, then you may not know that I've had the complete privilege of speaking directly with the YouTube culture and trends team about these trends. So they give me the info that I need to ensure that you guys are up to date on all the trends on YouTube. So without further ado, let's dive into trend number 1. Also, guys, there are some wild trends in this month's video. Buckle up. Right, so the first one is one of my favorites. We're calling this trend popular media as a muse. It's basically referring to us using big popular media events as a source of inspiration for our content. So let me give you some examples. The first one that probably comes to mind is the Barbie movie. A lot of us have seen a lot of content revolving around the Barbie movie recently, and this is a really great example of how creators are taking this huge media event and using it as inspiration for their own content. Another one is with the Spider-Man movie. So I'm not sure if you guys saw this, but the term canon event was coined from this movie. You're gonna have to forgive me because I've not actually seen it, but I have done my research and I do know that the term canon event is referring to a really big seismic event which like shifts your future reality. An example of a canon event is like Spider-Man being bitten by a radioactive spider. Yes, I know I've not seen the film, but I don't live under a rock and I know that's what happens. So creators who've seen the film coined the term canon event and turned it into a source of inspiration for their content. I'll put some examples on the screen. Other examples include the Wes Anderson trend, trends revolving Little Mermaid and Euphoria. I mean, I can literally name loads of them. So what are you guys supposed to do with this information? Well, I want you to have a bit of a Google search and look up any future movie releases or big media moments that you think is going to happen over the next few months or maybe even the next year. And I want you to map these out onto your calendar, okay? So that you've got a clear idea of when certain things are happening and you can use this as inspiration for your content around that time. Now, I absolutely love this trend because not only does it give you some ideas for immediate content, like, you know, content revolving around the Barbie movie or the Spider-Man movie, but it also gives you the formula for jumping on trends way into the future as well. So you're welcome. Now, this next trend is a game changer because it could potentially change how you view virality and this idea of going viral completely. I hope I've not oversold it. I don't think I have. Okay, so listen up because we're gonna go deep. The trend is called the rise of the Rizz, and it's referring to this video where the creator called Kai actually coined the term Rizz. The term is then picked up by the youths, also known as Gen Z. Hello, if you're watching. And now Gen Z start using the word Rizz in all of their content. Now, in the past year, content which has the word Rizz in its title has been viewed over 600 million times. 600 million. Now, because more and more people are using the word Rizz, the actual definition has changed a bit. Originally, Rizz was shorthand for like charisma, right? And now it's progressed to point of view content, all the way through to content where people are evaluating someone's level of Rizz, and has also progressed to sketch comedy and skits. Now, why is this trend so important and why does it have the potential to change how you view the idea of virality? Well, previously, to have a viral video basically meant that you uploaded one video and it was viewed by a lot of people. Now, the idea of having a viral video or viral content is more to do with the concept within your video rather than the video itself. So this is a perfect example. The word Rizz has gone viral. The video itself got a lot of views as well, don't get me wrong, but the viral part of that video is the concept, it's Rizz. So it's one part within that video that can be coined by several other people, that other people can clip and turn it into their own content, that different communities can take part in, right? Participation is what really drives virality now. It's not just about that one solo video that has a big crown on its head and is like, oh my God, I'm so great, so many people viewed me. It's not just about that anymore. It's more about the concept and the content within the video, and how you really nail that is by creating something that other people want to participate in, that other people want to put their own spin on, right? Mind blowing. Okay, so this next one like really had me stumped. Like if you've not seen this content already and you're seeing it for the first time, I just need you to prepare yourself because this one is rogue. This trend is called Skibidi toilet. That's right, guys, it involves a toilet. Essentially, back in February, one YouTube short called The Skibidi Toilet gained over 37 million views in just 3 short months. This sparked quite a frenzy, and we've now got to the point where it's launched into an episodic series. There are episodes to this video, 13 episodes in fact, and it really has become a major trend on YouTube. Instead of me trying to explain what happens, I'm just gonna put it on the screen, so just prepare yourselves, but this is the original video of the Skibidi toilet. So the creator of this series has amassed over 18.9 million subscribers. Honestly, guys, the power of shorts is absolutely insane. And their content has been viewed over 7.6 billion times. So why does this matter? And how do we use this for our future content? The thing what I want to focus on with this short is the fact that it really shows the narrative potential of this format. Essentially, this creator has taken short form video content and has turned it into multiple episodes and basically like a TV series. And the reason why the creator was able to do this was because it realized the narrative potential of shorts. Shorts are obviously short, hence the name, which means that when you use shorts correctly, you're able to create bingeable content because they're such quick pieces of content that when done right, you can really leave your audience wanting more and you can really hook them into watching more and more and more to the point where you have an entire series like this creator does. Also, because the content of this short is so random and really doesn't have much context, it actually invites the audience to fill in the blanks. So you might have seen that clip and thought, I don't get it. What is this about? I don't think anyone watched that clip and thought, oh, I exactly know what this is and what this is referring to. So instead, people started to hypothesize. People created their own narrative. People assumed the context. And that process alone actually invites your audience in to fill in the blanks that you are purposely leaving open. So it's a really interesting way to approach short form content, but clearly a way that can really work. The next one is called Permission to Flex. I really like this one. I wonder if any of you guys have heard or seen anyone saying, are you a T? Let me know in the comments if you already heard of this trend or any of these trends that I'm talking about. If you already heard of them, then please let me know in the comments. Are you a T is a question which is being asked by Korean content creators. And it's basically a way of identifying your personality type. You know those personality quizzes that people do, like the Myers-Briggs one? Don't know if you guys have done that one before. And it basically tells you what your personality type is, which means you can easily identify other people who have a similar or maybe even compatible personality type to you. It's kind of a bit like how horoscopes work. You know, like I could tell people I'm a Scorpio, I'm a nice Scorpio. Scorpios have such a bad rep. I could tell people I'm a Scorpio and then they might respond and be like, oh my God, get away from me, we're not compatible. Hopefully that's never actually happened, but it could, right? So in Korea, something called the MBTI actually functions as a similar idea to the horoscope. So the same way that I will tell people I'm a Scorpio, in Korea, someone might say I'm a T, right? Now in Korea, videos in relation to MBTI have amassed over 100 million views in just 90 days. So this is definitely a huge trending topic. So my favorite question, why does it matter and what are you supposed to do with this information? What I love about this trend is that it gives people a way to talk about themselves that feels natural, feels easy, and doesn't feel like you're showing off, right? Hence the trend title, Permission to Flex. So what a lot of creators are doing is they're using this MBTI content to say, hey guys, I'm a T, which means that I have these personality traits and blah, 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 blah. And it's being really well received by their audience. So if you're not familiar with MBTI and maybe that's not the part you want to jump on, maybe think about how you can use other personality tests like the Myers-Briggs test, or maybe just your good old horoscopes to communicate to your audience who you are and share a bit about you. If you're tired of doing the like Q&A or get to know me tag content, this is your opportunity to freshen that content up and actually find a new and interesting way for you to talk about yourself to your audience, a way that feels natural and authentic to you. Last but certainly not least, this trend is titled chess. So I think we could all take a wild guess about what the trend is about. There have been over 4 billion views on videos related to chess over the past year. And I know what you're thinking, of course there has been, Jade, it's all due to the Queen's Gambit. Well, you might be partially correct. I definitely think it added to a lot of the interest in chess, but there's actually been a lot of other content that has been driving this trending topic. For example, chess has managed to find itself in an unconventional partnership with comedians in India. So essentially, Indian creators are producing content where they're narrating over a chess game and just saying a lot of really funny stuff, which I've heard is what comedians do, right? They tell jokes. They're telling jokes whilst other people play chess. Chess has managed to maintain popularity over the past year, mostly due to how it's adapted and found itself in new modern types of content. So the comedy example is one of them, but also there's something called chess boxing, which is probably the only kind of boxing that I'd ever really get into. There's something called chess boxing events where, I'll just put a clip on the screen so you can see. In addition to this, there's a chess-like game called shogi from Japan, which has also had a resurgence in popularity and has gained over 250 million views over the past year. So what does this mean? What are you supposed to do with this information? Well, this is a great example of something old being transformed into something new. And the way in which it's being transformed into something new is by putting new modern twists on it. So a modern aesthetic aesthetic, a modern format, right? So you could do the same thing. There could be something that you're really interested in. Maybe you never create content about it because you just think, oh, it was popular a few years ago, but it's not popular now. You could bring it back. It could be popular now. All you've got to do is look at it through a 2023 and beyond lens, right? Think about how you could bring something traditional into the modern age by putting your own twist on it rather than consistently feeling like you have to recreate the wheel. Okay, guys, those are some of the most popular trends on YouTube at the moment. Let me know in the comments if you heard about any of those before. I'd also love to know which of these trends you're going to be using in your future content. If you feel like hanging around, I recommend watching this video. It's all about how you can create a YouTube strategy which really works in under 5 minutes. I will put a link to the YouTube Trends website below in case you want to read up a little bit more on these trends. Thank you so much for watching as always. Can't wait to see you in my next video.